no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Kuna Matata. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole and I'm an addict and I'm on Suboxone 2 milligrams, and we just got done doing a live stream over with the infamous Dr. B Addiction and Recovery. Hey, Freya, I was trying to tell you, girl, if you need an appointment, call me and I'll get you set up with an appointment for Dr. B. I answer the phones for him. So if you need an appointment, baby girl, all you got to do is call this number, okay? Let me get it out for you. 1-800-779-4715. Okay? Oh. There you go. So, all right. So for those of you guys, thank you. Do you guys look? I did after I ended the live stream. Hey, nice person. I love that name, nice person. I just love it. Okay. Oh shoot, I did the wrong number. Never mind. Get that off there. That's the wrong number, guys. Don't look at me messing stuff up. 1-779-4715. Okay, let me get that up there. And then I'll put that. Okay, there you go. So if you need an appointment, you can call me and you call that number and I'll get you guys set up. Okay, so just so you know, you'll be calling and it'll be me. So when you call, you'll hear my voice and you'll say, "Don't I know who that is?" Jamila, is that your real name, Jamila? Okay, so, or is that, are you Hawaiian? I love that. Okay, so let me get to talking. So for those of you guys that are just coming over, we just got done doing a live stream with Dr. B. For those of you guys that didn't watch my video earlier today, I didn't do a tutorial. We were just like talking and I just like titled it Makeup and Chill. But if you guys want me to bust out my camera and set it up and do like an in-depth like tutorial on how I do my glitter and all this, we can do that together. Oh, I like that. I wish I don't know how to speak a lot of different languages. I know a little bit of Spanish, but that's it. So welcome to everybody. Welcome to Real Talk Recovery. For those of you guys that maybe don't know or you have never been to my channel before, my name's Nicole and I'm an addict in recovery. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015 and I'm currently on 2 milligrams of Suboxone. Now, the way that I got on Suboxone, I made a video and it's going up right now, actually. I was sharing with you guys like how I got on it, why I got on it, because I think there's a lot of new people to my channel who have no idea why or how I got on maintenance medication. And so I wanted to take a second and share that with my new subscribers. So that video is actually about to go up now. So hold on, let me put it up on public. Boom, chaka-laka laka, boom. There we go. Okay, so y'all can watch that video after this one if you want to. So we were all just over on Dr. B's channel, and we were talking about, what do you think about Kratom? Okay, if you guys have any questions, you guys can ask me any questions you have. So we'll start out with, hey, Leisha, we'll start out with Paul's question. What do I think about Kratom? Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. I'm not going to judge anybody that's using Kratom. That's not I don't judge anyone's journey, okay? It would be hypocritical of me to come on here and judge somebody that's utilizing Kratom because, first of all, it's not my business. I do not judge anything. I don't judge anybody. Now, my personal experience with it is I've taken it twice. I took it one time like 6 or 7 years ago, when me and my husband were coming off of methadone. And I went to the head shop and bought this bullshit that was like in the little pills, and it didn't do anything. I was pissed. Hey, Brandon. And so then I got sober and I got on Suboxone. And then my friend Avalon sent me some kratom, some really good kratom. And for the sake of research, I tapered off of my Suboxone, and I didn't taper off, I just jumped completely off. Okay. And the moment I started experiencing withdrawals, I took some of that kratom. And it was like taking coffee, ground coffee, putting it in your mouth, and then swigging water behind it. It was disgusting. So, and that's what I've heard too. So when anybody ever comes to me and asks me about kratom, I don't really have any experience with it. Like, I've never used it to get off of anything. I've never used it like a whole bunch of times. I've used it twice in my life, and that was it. The only reason why I tell people to be careful with kratom is because when you are going to the doctor, you are going to have a doctor that can monitor you and make sure that your heart rate's okay and you're healthy, and it's just safer, I feel. That's my opinion, to go to the doctor. But, to each their own. I support you. If you need support, I'm here for you. Okay? I will never judge you guys for utilizing that. I don't encourage it. Okay? I would rather see you go to the doctor and get on a legal prescription, so that way when you're ready to get off, you will have a doctor that will taper you down and help you to come off in a healthy way, and you won't have to struggle or suffer. Because in my experience, all the people that I've kind of encountered, they have been drug addicts. So what happens, thank you, Merck, is they get on Suboxone and they are using it to come off of something else. Like, they get on kratom and they're using it to come off Suboxone. And then what happens is they get on kratom and then they end up abusing kratom and just taking copious amounts to where they have to go into residential treatment to get off of kratom. And you guys might laugh, but you have no idea how many people call and reach out for help who have gotten on kratom and cannot get off. They find themselves in the same situation they were when they were on heroin. Do you want to know why? Because of the euphoria produced, because of the feeling they get. They're constantly chasing that feeling. Okay? That's the only reason why I want you guys to be careful, because with me, I know that I want that feeling. So that's why Suboxone has worked so great for me, because I know as long as I take my Suboxone every day, I don't feel any feeling. I don't get high from it. I just feel level, right? Now, if I was having a hard time and I was struggling with my sobriety, let's say I wanted to get high, okay? I know how to get high. If I know how to get off my Suboxone and go out and get high. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell anybody that's already using kratom that you're not a good person or you're not doing the right thing. That's not what I'm saying. The only thing I'm saying is that I think that being under a doctor's care is safer for me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I would rather be able to go and get my medication legally and have a doctor that is kind of watching me. You know what I mean? That's all. But I have a lot of friends that are on it. My friend Avalon uses it, and it has helped her so much. And so, like I said, I'm not going to judge you. I'm just saying, for me, I have a child, I have a home, I have a job, I have to be responsible. You know what I'm saying? And so I can't be ordering kratom through the mail. It's illegal in my state anyway, so that would be illegal, But for me, that's just not something that I can be doing. So I go to the doctor. It's just convenient for me to be able to go to my doctor. My insurance pays for it. I don't have to pay out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes more sense for me. But anybody that utilizes it, like, I've seen people that have had good experiences. And then I've also seen people that have bad experiences. Same thing with Suboxone, you guys. Same things with methadone. I've seen people that have good experiences with those medications. And then I also see people that have bad experiences. Just like I see people who, you know, say they love the 12 steps, and then other people who say they hate the 12 steps, you know? And so it really is just, it's up to you. You have to find what works for you. My job is not to tell you what to do. My job is to support you in what you decide to do. Okay. So if you're already choosing to do a decision, right? If you're already doing that, and I'm not going to judge you. I'll support you. I have many people that are part of my Patreon, some girls that are, that I talk to on the phone that are utilizing Kratom. And this is what I say. As long as you're not abusing it, as long as you are taking it as prescribed, in a therapeutic way, then I don't have nothing to say about it. But I don't want to see your ass running around skirted off of Kratom all day long, because that's the same thing as being high. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all feel what I'm saying? I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's that. That's that. I just want you to be careful and be safe. Okay. And make sure that you're, being careful and being safe. That's it. Hey, Chrissy. So, okay, let's talk about triggers. So Dwight came in to the chat over on Dr. B's channel. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, I want you guys, thank you, Simo. I see you, girl. I want you guys to make your own informed decisions. Okay, so you have to find what works for you. That's why, like, I'm not a doctor, right? So even though Suboxone has worked for me and it's helped me so much, right? I can't come on my channel and tell, hey, Merc, you need to get on Suboxone. Freya, you need to get on Suboxone. Hitman, you need to get on Suboxone. Simo, you need to get on Suboxone. No, I cannot do that. And because, first of all, you guys, I'm different than you, just like you're different than me, right? And so that's irresponsible of me. So I hope you guys know, me sharing my experience being on maintenance medication is not me telling you you need to get on this medication. Okay? I am just sharing with you my journey. Okay? My recovery journey has been a freaking long journey. Okay? It has been a bumpy ride. And so I started at the beginning and I tried to do things the way I thought they were supposed to be done, but that didn't work for me. And so I had to find a different option. Okay. I had to find something that worked differently, you guys. Okay. So this is what's been working for me, but I don't want any of you guys to feel like I am trying to push what works for me onto you. Okay. I want you to make an informed decision, do your research. Okay. And find out. But listen, there are going to be negative side effects or negative stories that you hear with everything. Just like everywhere you go, I hear, I hate 12 steps. AA and NA are terrible. They're judgmental. Okay. There's that side of things. Then I hear people that say, I hate Suboxone. It ruined my life. There's that side of things. I hate methadone. It's liquid handcuffs. There's that side of things. Okay. Whatever, there's always going to be different opinions. All right. That's why I hate Kratom. It did this to me. Or, you know, whatever. I tried to go into the Catholic Church and become sober and they kicked me out. There's always going to be people that have a different opinion. So that's why it's important for you to find out for yourself. I had to go through trial and error to find what worked for me. I was miserable for many years trying to get sober, and I almost killed myself trying to do it. So I'm grateful to where I am today. You know, I'm grateful to be on my little 2 milligrams of Suboxone. And you know what? I might be on that for the rest of my life. And you know what? If I am, so be it. It shouldn't matter to anybody else what I'm doing. You know, I just share this with you guys because I know there's other people out there that are in the same situation as me. I'm sorry, that piece of glitter is like shining in my eye. I know there are people that are in the same situation as me, you guys. And so if you look at something like I've been on Suboxone, let me read this comment because I just saw it. Somebody said, I've been on Suboxone for 12 years and I wish I never started. Okay, so Sean, I understand that. I understand that you feel like that, but if you look at it in a negative way, then it's going to be a negative way. You know what I mean? Yes, I work my program. It works. Take care of my daughter and stay away from. There you go, Sean. And so it's okay. And if that's what works for you, then why are you ashamed of it? Why are you worried what other people think? Why do you say that you wish you never started? If you're able to take care of your daughter and you're not getting high anymore, that's a win. That's a win. Who cares if you have to wake up and take a medication in the morning? Who gives a damn? Thanks for joining, wonderful girl. I love you. And just so you guys know, for those of you guys that didn't join or haven't joined membership yet, we had a members only chat today, and it was all about toxic relationships, and it was actually really fucking good. So if you want to hang out, go ahead and join. It's only $1.99, so it's not like I'm raking you over the coals or anything. Okay. Alicia, thank you. Alicia says, what other people think is none of your business. I have heard that so much in my life, and you are so right. But here's the thing. Okay, so I hear you, Sean, but try not to look at it like that. Okay. When you're planting that seed of negativity in your mind, it's like you're making I let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all want to hear some real truth? I used to be so ashamed. I used to be so ashamed that I was on Suboxone. I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. You know why? Because other people made fun of me for being on Suboxone. Other people made fun of me for sharing my story and saying that I was in recovery. That's why I was embarrassed, because other people placed their judgment on me. Okay? If those people had never have said anything like that, I would have never known the difference. I would have been proud and happy and carefree. So why do we need to be ashamed of that? Are you For those of you guys that are insulin dependent, for those of you guys that are on medication for your mental health, are you ashamed of that? Honey, I'm not ashamed. If I don't take my mental health medication, somebody's going to die tonight. I'm not ashamed of that. I'd rather take my Wellbutrin and my Lexapro than kill my husband. It's because of the society has placed that on you to feel like you should be ashamed. Okay? You shouldn't be ashamed. Capo, this is we are recovering addicts and alcoholics, and we are talking about recovery from addiction, maintenance medication, Suboxone, methadone, kratom, and all kinds of different stuff. And then we're going to talk about triggers. Okay? Hey, girl, it wasn't a call. It was a video. I dropped it in both of the chats, Chrissy, the link, and I put it in our Patreon too. I would rather wake up, pop a sub in my mouth, than go out and seek drugs all day long, than go out and lose my son to the Department of Finance, CPS. Freya, shout out to Freya. Wow, y'all are popping, locking, and dropping tonight. Thanks for joining, girl. You guys, listen, and I know I get passionate about it, but it's only because I used to be so ashamed. It was because of exactly what I'm telling you. Don't be ashamed. You're doing a great job. Okay? Thanks, Capo. I'm glad you stopped by to say hi. Don't ever be ashamed. Okay, Sean? I just had to say something about that because I didn't want you to feel ashamed. Okay? That's right. It's better than it used to be before. That's right. And now that's what I always have to take myself back to, you guys. When I feel shame, I always think back to how I'm a mom to my son today. And I think about how much my son loves me and how I could not take care of my son when I was in my addiction, and now I can't. So I don't care. I wouldn't care if I had to take a medication for the rest of my life forever. I would rather take a medication than to be strung out. Because when I'm on drugs, I can't function and I can't take care of my son. And so it just makes me so upset when I hear people that feel like they're judged. I used to feel the same way. I'm not ashamed anymore because we have built a fucking ride or die real talk recovery family over here. And it's like so amazing. Like I could come here anytime, day or night, and I get so much support from all of you. And so I know I know that we're making progress. I know that we're doing the right thing, you know? And so I know that we're doing the right thing because of all of you guys being here. Like I know without a shadow of a doubt. So let's talk. Ooh, Lou got on a roll there. Let's talk about triggers, okay? So how many of you guys are struggling with the boredom trigger? The boredom. Lord help me. God, Jesus, Lord, come down and just take me away. One of the biggest triggers of my whole entire life is being bored. Okay. I used to be like Sky, and when I would wake up, I was just automatically triggered. I would wake up and I'd be like, life sucks, I'm triggered, you know? Oh, Dwight, we love you. We love you. We love you. Dwight is such a good guy, y'all. Shout out, Dwight. We love you. Okay, let me see what y'all are saying. I don't leave my farm without a chaperone out of fear. I used to be the same way, Freya. I'm at me, boredom, lack of I think it P flaw, that is right. Lack of motivation is exactly how I feel. So let me tell y'all something. Whenever I got sober, I found out that I have hepatitis C. Okay. I just got like real good insurance underneath my husband. And so hepatitis C. I found out I had it, and now I'm going to be able to get treated. But one of the things that it really makes me feel like is like really tired and lethargic. Like I just feel like I could sleep all day long a lot. Okay. And so and then on top of that, I'm not all the time bored, but there's some days where I feel like I've done everything I can do. Right. So let me explain it to you. I have a child, he's 5, and so I'm always busy with him, right? But sometimes my mind will start to wander if I don't have an intention. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? Every single day when I wake up, I set an intention for that day, a goal, something that I want to make sure that I accomplished that day. Okay. Maybe it's going through my phone and answering back all the people that have texted the Real Talk Recovery phone line. Because sometimes I'll wake up and I'll go on here and I'll have 6 or 7 texts from people that have texted the Real Talk Recovery phone line. Okay. Maybe it's I want to go through and make sure that I make sure all my videos have thumbnails. I make sure I do the laundry for that day and I do the dishes. Right? These are like plans that I set in my mind. I don't even have to write them down. I wake up in the morning and I set that intention. Okay, today I'm going to get shit done. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Yesterday, you know what my intention was? Wake up, take a shower, and watch Netflix, baby. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to get on the couch and relax and take some me time and just chill out with your family. You know, that's what I was doing yesterday. Today, I woke up, I knew I was going to do makeup with you guys, and I knew I was going to be bopping on this channel today. I knew that I was going to be busy. I knew I had to do my Patreon chat. I knew I had to do Dr. B's chat, and I knew I was probably going to come on after I signed off with Dr. B. So, that was keeping me busy all day. You guys are like the best thing to focus on. Whenever I'm struggling and I find myself like Tweedledee, Tweedledum, I just come over here and start hanging out and talking with all of you guys. And that helps me out a lot. So, one of the main things that I would recommend if you're somebody that's finding yourself bored a lot, join a group. Find some people that are like you, okay? Come hang out with us. And I'm not just saying that to like push this channel. I'm saying that because like fellowship is so important. Caitlin, thank you, baby girl. Shout out to Caitlin, you guys. She became a member. And for those of you guys that are joining, becoming members, we're going to do another patron/member only chat. Since a lot of you guys are joining, we'll probably do it Tuesday instead of Thursday, so that way we can all get acquainted with each other. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. I seen a comment. I know you haven't seen my new vid, but I'd rather come hang with y'all. Yay. Thanks, Hitman. We love you. Sky says, I do like yoga, Simo, but haven't done it since I got sober. No motivation. I totally understand, you guys. I totally understand with that motivation. I'm telling you guys, I struggle so much with motivation. So sometimes what I have to do is I have to pull myself up and push myself just to go outside for a couple hours to get fresh air. Because if I don't, I will lose my mind. I will go mad in this house, y'all, because I just get I get stuck up here. You know, I could be in autopilot doing all these things with my son and just but I'm up here instead. Do you know what I'm saying? I know not everybody wants to make a YouTube channel, right? I know not everybody feels comfortable coming on YouTube and sharing, but I'm going to tell y'all something. That's really helped me a lot to have accountability, to have a responsibility. Because here's the thing, with this channel, I have built a community of people that depend on me. Okay. And so I know that if I don't show up, there's going to be people that I let down. For me, that helps me. That pushes me to do better. Do you know what I'm saying? And so if you're not somebody who wants to start a channel, another thing that I suggest doing when you're like really struggling with being bored, get yourself, go to Walmart or get online and order yourself a journal, a nice journal, one you like looking at, okay? One with pretty things on the outside. And if you're a guy, get you a sleek, like leathered back journal with some silver writing on the outside of it or something like that, right? And start really getting to know yourself. Write down things that you like to do, write down things about how you feel, and because you don't know yourself. I mean, I didn't know myself when I got sober. I didn't know what I was going to be like. I couldn't even remember what it was like to be without drugs because I'd been on drugs for so long, you know? And so I think a lot of us, we get sober and then we're like, now what? How are you supposed to do anything? How are you supposed to have a good time without drugs? Right? I mean, that's what I thought. I thought, how do you have fun without getting high? Because I had never done it before. And I had to have drugs all the time. I felt like if I wasn't able to use when I was doing things, that it was going to be miserable. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. The last time I went to treatment, I tested negative for Hep C. I was so grateful, but I knew if I stuck a needle in my arm one more time, I would not be so lucky. And it happened exactly that way. Damn. I'm so sorry, Chrissy. Hey, Brandon. Oh, Brandy. I almost called you Brandon, girl. Okay, Simo. Simo says there's chair yoga videos on YouTube. I started with those because I was too lazy to stand up and go do yoga. That sounds like something I can do, girl. Hey, Brandy. What's up, girl? I have a journal and I color in those adult coloring books. I saw, yes, that's cool. I like those ones with the cuss words in them. It would seem you're still the one who's always looking after everyone else like you were in rehab, except now you're not neglecting your own needs. You are very, very right about that. Even, and you know what? You're a good listener too, because you heard me talking about that today. I've always been somebody who searched for people to kind of like, come here, come here, come here, come here. Even when I was in high school, you guys, like I was like the leader of my group of friends, but I was the caretaker, you know, like I was the one who we all would go to my house and stay the night. Or, you know, like if something happened, that's the person, they would reach out to me and I would comfort everybody. And I've always been like that with my sisters. When it's just us three, you know, my two little sisters, even though I wasn't the best example of a sister, now like I'm the older sister that they can call when they're struggling or they need to talk to somebody. Like my sister called me the other day crying because she's depressed, because she's like, you know, can't leave the house and stuff and misses my mom and dad. And I'm really grateful that I can, you know, talk to her today and try to help her feel better, even though I don't know what to say sometimes, you know. I'm terrified to share for real reasons. Well, you know what, Freya? I used to think that it was going to be horrible if I shared my life, you know, if I told anybody, even if it was in a meeting, right? And I'm going to tell you something right now, girl. When you share, you take the power away from other people that were trying to, if they were going to use it against you, oh, well, you've already told it. So what can they do? So that's what I do. I just tell it. So what can somebody do? Go make a video about it. I told everybody already. You know, I've done exposed myself. So here, there's nobody that's gonna judge you or take what you say and make fun of you or anything like that. There's nobody here like that. But you know, there's some people that I'm telling you, they would love nothing more than to, you know, um, hurt and make fun of me, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube. But I just let them do it and just keep it moving. Nicole, I feel like we would have been awesome friends in school. Oh, I know we would have been, Nick. We would have been best friends. Let me see. I'm trying to read y'all's. My youngest is 23 and I'm scared of my next chapter. Don't be afraid. It's going to be okay. Don't let fear. First of all, you can look at fear one or two ways. You can look at it like this: fuck everything and run. Or you can look at it like this: fuck everything and recover, and turn around and face that shit. Face everything and recover. Okay? Don't be afraid. Use fear to your advantage. It's okay to have healthy fear. Okay? It's okay to worry about relapsing, because you know, sometimes that could happen and maybe that will keep you from going out and picking up. It's okay to have fear when you start a new job. That's a healthy fear, right? I was nervous when I started my new job. I didn't know if I was going to be good at it. I didn't know if I was going to be able to handle it. And now I love it. You know, that's normal. Having healthy fear is normal, but don't let it debilitate you and keep you from functioning. You know, take that fear and utilize it. Use it to your advantage. Well, Christy says, I have so many things I can or should be doing, but instead I've just been laying in bed doing nothing because of the abuse of meds and depression. I know, Chrissy, I know. But you know what? I'd rather you be laying in bed, girl, than to be out and about hurting somebody or hurting yourself. So it's okay, you know? Oh, I know what you mean. Hey, G Dirt, what's up, man? Bobby says, I had Hep C, but I took 3 months of Marvaret because of CCP virus. My appointment got canceled to see if it's gone. Bobby, love you. Thanks for being so cool today, man. I did that too yesterday. I stayed in bed all day. It was the best day of my life. Just trying to get your backstory without watching a million videos. Sean, you better watch all the videos. What do you want to know, man? Just ask me a question. I'll answer it. Just ask me a question. I'll answer any questions you got. For those of you guys that are new to my channel, I was a IV, methamphetamine, heroin, oxy addict. Okay, cocaine also. Anything that you could put in a needle, I shot up. Okay, That was my preferred method of administration. Okay. I also was addicted to Xanaxes, and I also drank alcohol. I was just an everything addict. At the last 5 years of my addiction were Roxy's and methamphetamine. I ended up going to prison back in 2008, 2009 because of a possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine. I tried to go to treatment 5 times and failed miserably every single time that I got out. I would relapse. Lost my son to CPS in 2015. He was 1 year old, and that is what made me decide to make a change. My son got taken away from me, and I lost my shit and went straight into detox. Went into detox, stayed in treatment for 30 days, was getting high on Xanax while I was in treatment. Came out of treatment and I had 2 weeks sober. When I came out of treatment, my husband was on Suboxone. I came home. I wanted to get high. I didn't know what to do. So I reached out to my doctor. Okay. My doctor and my counselor and my caseworker, we all talked about the decision of me getting on maintenance medication. I got on Suboxone, and that's where we're at today. I've been on Suboxone for almost 5 years, and I have been tapering for 1 year. I'm down from 12 milligrams to 2 milligrams. Hope that helps. Hope that helps for anybody that didn't know. It's a small town, and I feel half weird about it. I've been trying to avoid him without being obvious, but it's terrible. Oh, Simo, don't worry about it, girl. Obviously he needed help too, so he's not going to judge you. You know what I'm saying? I know, but you're not. Listen to me. You're not doing that anymore. So your life is different now, and you've changed. I bet you if you saw him, he'd probably be proud of you for changing your life around. You know? Tell me why my husband keeps on buying my son these damn uh, little money things on these damn videos, y'all. Is it working, Holly? Hey, Holly, am I buffering a bunch, guys? Let me know. Holly, sign back in and sign back out. Okay, so let's keep going. We're going to keep talking about this. Okay, so we went through the boredom trigger. All right. What are some other triggers that you guys have? Hey, Chicano, what are some other triggers that you guys struggle with? Okay, another trigger that I struggle with: internal triggers, emotions, feeling fear, feeling overwhelmed, sad, anxiety, right? Anger. These are emotions that will come on to me real quick, right? And when my emotions spike like that real quick, as you guys see, happens a lot because I'm very emotional, very, very emotional. I cannot help. Money is a good one. Oh, that is also a really good one. Money. When I used to work, let me talk to y'all about this. I used to work waiting tables and bartending, okay? And so I would get cash money every single day. And that's why I use drugs a lot, because I would get so much money in my hands. I would try to stay sober, but then I would relapse. So one of the things that I found that I had to start doing, first of all, I don't work in food service anymore. I don't wait tables and I do not bartend, okay? Another thing that I had to start doing was putting my money in the bank. I don't keep cash on me. I keep it in the bank. That way I just don't have it at my fingertips, because when I have money at my fingertips, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend it. Okay? Sorry, I have to have this thing in my ear so I can hear my phone. So, if you're somebody who's struggling and you got a lot of money, or you got money that is, try to put it in your bank, or have somebody that you trust that can hold it, so that way you're not spending it on dope. Okay? Hannah says stress, anxiety, worrying, and my biggest one is painful memories. So, Hannah, painful memories, okay? Damn. I like to, I'm a big advocate on processing that shit. I'm all about some process therapy, y'all. Talking about it, sharing about it, releasing that power, taking the power away from whatever memory is holding you hostage. Okay. Um, I have gone through exercises with therapists to where they had me write down everything, like these memories that were haunting me. I'll share an example with you guys. Um, Back in 2007 or 6, I was raped. Raped. Okay. Um, it was horrible. I got high after that a lot more than I just like really remember it, and it was not a good experience. I laugh about it because I'm like embarrassed a little bit, but back then I felt like it was my fault because I was high and I was living with people I had no idea living with. But they were still people that I trusted. This is a place where I had my stuff. I would sleep in that. I slept there. This is where I trusted these people that I was with. I trusted this guy that I was dating, and he set me up to get raped. It wasn't just like an accident. They set me up. The guy that I was dating owned this house, and he left the house, and his friend was there. He left the house knowing that I was going to be home that night. When I came home, I said, "Hey, where's blank?" And he's the guy that was our roommate said, "Oh, he's not home right now." And I was like, "Oh, that's weird." Like he said he was going to be here, It's okay. Well, I lived with both of them, so it wasn't like I was embarrassed to be around the other guy. So I came in and I was like, "Okay, well." I went in my room, I took off my clothes, put on some pants and a regular t-shirt, and went and sat down on the couch to watch some TV. And the guy gave me a Xanax. And so I took the Xanax and I was just twiddly dee, twiddly dum watching TV. And that's when he cut the breaker in that house. He cut the breaker in the house and all the lights went completely off. It was completely black. And I went in there to turn the light on and there was no power to the light switch. And so he chased me around that house until he caught me by the end of my ankles and he dragged me across the carpet. And that's when he told me, "If you don't give it to me, I'm going to take it." And so I did what I had to do. And I cried and I cried and the minute it was over, I ran out of that house and I never came back. I'm so grateful that I had my car and that I was able to just run and leave and never come back. And But after I left that house, I was so mad because I thought, "That's my fault. I shouldn't have stayed there. I shouldn't have been there, right? I should have if I wasn't taking drugs, I wouldn't have been in that situation." Um, and listen, here's another thing. The guy that I was dating was a piece of shit. He treated me like the dog shit on the bottom of his shoe. Okay, I would clean this dude's house. I would do this dude's laundry. I would put He would have me bathe him in his bathtub and lather lotion all over his body. I was his slave. That's how he treated me, like a slave. Because I was a junkie and he knew that he could treat me like that because I was a drug addict. And so that's what he did. He treated me like his slave. He would make me come in and put lotion on him. He would say, "Put the king's lotion on." And I would say, "Okay, blank." And he'd say, "Don't call me blank, call me the king." So, anyway, I know it's like embarrassing to say that, but it's the truth. Like, I would do anything. And I've always been like that. I've always been. Um, I always wanted to make everybody happy around me, even people that treated me like complete shit, even people that were not good to me. And it's even happened here on YouTube where I've done so much to help people and then they just treated me like complete shit. And so I've had it happen to me before several times. But that dude right there, I remember telling my sister what happened, and my mom and everybody, and my mom was so upset. But I didn't tell my mom until it was probably until I got sober. So that happened in like 2006, 2007, and I didn't get sober until 2015. And so I finally told my mom, and my mom wanted to like press charges and all this stuff, and I don't think you can do that, after 7 years passes by. But this dude I would do anything for him, you guys, anything. That wasn't the only relationship that I was in that was just like that. I was in that relationship with the guy I was telling you guys about in my story earlier, where I was just like at his beck and call, and I would do anything to help them and anything to make them happy. And, when he set that up for that to happen to me, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I called him and I told him, what you knew that I was coming home. Like he knew everything and he just laughed. He laughed and hung up on me, you guys. And then, what added insult to injury is like 7 years later or 5 years later, my baby sister was in college and he was in college too. He's like 40 something years old and went back to college, which is great. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying he was in college and my baby sister was in college. Him and my baby sister became friends. And so I had to tell my sister what happened. And my sister was so upset, and she, of course, stopped hanging out with him. But it was like that shit, that dude fucked me up. He fucked me up for a little bit. That ruined my life. Like I was such a damaged goods. I was so worried about doing anything or having a boyfriend. It was horrible. Anyway, that memory, I still get a little upset about it when I share it today, but I'm going to tell y'all something. For years, I couldn't even talk about it. For years, I couldn't share it because I thought it was my fault. And so now I don't share it because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so proud of this happening. I share it now because it's freeing. I also know that a lot of other women have gone through it, and it helps me. It helps me feel like I'm using that experience to help other people, and that I'm not going to let that experience hold me back and keep me sick and keep me sad. So that's what I do with bad memories. The guy I was dating, the other roommate was the guy that I was dating. Okay, so he wasn't at home. So when I called him and I was like, so and so raped me, he laughed at me. He laughed at me and hung up on me. This dude was the epitome of fucking psycho. Let me tell you what he did. This is another thing. I should have never been living with this guy. But before that, before I even moved in with him, he had just got out of the penitentiary, you guys. And he was in the pen because he sliced my friend's neck open and almost killed him. He almost died. The homeboy has stitches all across his neck. It happened in the gas station, the Phillips 66 gas station on Central Avenue. My friend walked in high on cocaine to say hi to this guy, and he owed this guy money. And so this guy pulled out his knife and sliced his neck wide open. So I should have never been around him in the first place. Laura, yes, I know. That's what I should have never even been over there in the first place. But when you're high and you're on drugs, you see somebody and they're getting high too, and then y'all start hanging out, and then my friend that he did that to, thank God he forgave me, but he was so upset at me for being around him. He was like, I can't believe you'd even fucking hang out with that piece of shit, da 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 da. And I was like telling him, like, I'm sorry, I should have never done that. Hey, Danielle. And I told him what happened to me, and he was like, basically, well, Nicole, it serves you right. You know what I mean? But he had just he didn't really like. You hang out with people who do not give a damn about anybody, they will do anything. And that's how this guy was. He didn't care if he lived or died. So why would he care about my life? Why would he care about my friend's life? You know, it was real bad, dude. He sliced my friend's neck completely wide open. He literally dropped to the ground in the middle of the Phillips 66 and bled out all over the place. And they took the other guy to prison, and they had to, he barely made it, y'all. My mate who went through the same thing genuinely can ruin people's lives. She's now had the dude's baby. I feel so bad for anyone going through it. Oh, hold on, guys. Hello? Oh, nothing. I'm just on my channel talking to everybody on the Real Talk Recovery family. I saw that. But let me talk to everybody. I love you. Bye. Sorry, that was my sister, y'all. Okay, I read that. Also having trouble with the inner circle of friends, a big trigger I have to overcome. Okay, are you hanging out? Are they still using? Am I going to go to hell if I'm perfectly okay with tornado taking out a certain place? No, girl, you're not. He laughed in my husband's face in my sickness, wanted to text him and ask him for dope. I didn't. Good, don't. Yeah, so let me tell you something, P-Flaw. I had people that, when I first got into recovery, when I first got into recovery, I had a friend that would come over all the time. Okay, her name was Jay. We'll call her Jay. And Jay would come over all the time. We hung out, but she was still in her active addiction. And so I was hanging out with her because I was still entertaining the idea of doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing. I was still entertaining the idea of selling some Suboxones. I was still entertaining the idea of maybe taking a Xanax every now and then. And so I had to get her out of my life. And listen, it's not because I don't care about her and I don't want her to do well. And that doesn't mean that because you stop hanging out with your friends that you don't care about them. You know what it means? It means that you care about your recovery and your life. And it means that you value your sobriety and you don't want to throw it away. And so basically I had to set the boundary and say, listen, girl, I love you, but you can't come around me no more. You can't. Because even when she would say she was getting sober and she was trying to do the right thing, she wasn't doing it, and she wasn't doing it. You know what I mean? And so until she truly makes that change, I can't be around her. And you know what? If she did make that change, I might not be able to hang out with her, because sometimes when you're hanging out with old friends that are from your past, sometimes it can be triggering just being around them. Don't ruin 3 generations of my family. It doesn't just mess up the person using it, messes up everyone who cares for them or they come in contact with it. That's true, Danielle. That is very true. Absolutely true. Danielle, are you from Arkansas? I know that my addiction affected my mother and father deeply. And I wish that I wish I could go back and not do the things I did, because I know how bad I hurt my family. I know how bad I hurt my sisters, and sometimes I wish I could have not done that. Oh, Los Angeles. Okay, girl. Sorry. I thought you were somebody else. A friend of mine told me she couldn't hang out with me because I was one of her triggers. At first, it hurt me. I was like, me? What about you? Then I understood. Laura, I know what you mean, girl. I had a friend, same, and her name was Misty, and she didn't get sober until a long time after I got sober. But I invited her to come hang out with us with the Real Talk Recovery family. And I think that she just couldn't, because she doesn't feel comfortable. When she says when she sees me, she thinks of the times that we used to get high together. And I totally understand that. I totally understand that. Holly says, I lost my best friend of 20 plus years because of her usage. I'm so sorry, Holly. Do you think? Okay, do you not think, even for a person like me with a strong mindset, I would have to cut all people off because these guys are my brothers? So, Bozeman, addicts and alcoholics have some of the strongest wills of anybody I've ever met. Stubborn and strong, right? It's not about strength, okay? It's about protecting yourself. It's about being, it's about choosing the right path to protect your recovery. From my experience, I can't go around people that are getting high because I might be able to go around somebody one time while they're getting high and say, no, I'm not going. I'm not going to get high. Y'all go ahead. And then I might go around them 2 times and not get high. Y'all go ahead. I'm not getting high. But eventually, what's going to happen is that's going to wear on me. And one day I will go over there when I'm not having a good day. Somebody done pissed me off. And guess what's going to happen? My guard is going to be down. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, hey guys, I'll try some of that. Just one time. Nobody will know. I've been sober for so long. Who would even notice? It'll be fine. I'm telling you guys, you might be able to get by with it a couple of times. But eventually, what will happen? You go in the garden with a bunch of snakes, a snake's going to bite you. You go to the barbershop and expect not to get a haircut, your head's going to get shaved. Okay? You hanging out with people that are two-faced and gossips, you think they're not going to talk about you, they're going to talk about you the minute you leave. You hang around people that are getting high, you're going to get high. It might not be on your first time. It might not be on your second time. It might not be on your third time. But I promise you, you're going to get high. Come back to me. I promise you. Y'all, the reason why I tell you guys this is not because I want to be right. It's not because I'm trying to preach to nobody. It's because I tried to do it. I tried to hang on to every last drug friend I could. I was hanging on to them for dear might. You know why I was hanging on to them? Because I still had this reservation in the back of my mind. I still thought that maybe, just maybe, I could get high and not have bad consequences. Maybe I could control my using. Y'all know what that is. That's a delusion. That's what all of us addicts and alcoholics go through. The delusion that someday, somehow, we'll be able to defeat the addiction and use like a regular person. It's a dream of every addict and alcoholic has this fucking dream that they'll be able to control their drinking and using. But once you cross the threshold into addiction, you can't go backwards. You cannot unpickle a pickle. You cannot go from a pickle to a cucumber, right? And so it's just the same way with addiction. You cannot rewind the tape and take back what has been done. Okay? So do not test fate. Do not be hanging out with those guys that are getting high. If they're your brothers, you tell your brothers you love them, but they got to go and to come holler at you when they really get clean. My sister is a drug addict. My sister and I shot methamphetamine together, okay, all the time. My sister and I drank alcohol and shut the club down every single night on the weekends. My sister didn't get sober until after I got sober. I couldn't go around my own sister because my own sister triggered me. Today, she's sober, she's doing the right thing, and I love seeing her, and I can handle it. I feel comfortable around her today because I know she's not getting high anymore. The minute she starts getting high, I kick her ass onto the curb, tell her to get the hell on down the road. I don't want to be around her when she's like that. Drives me insane when she's high. always thinking we can handle it this time and deep down knowing I was going to use eventually and keeping that window open. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like you're keeping the window open, propped open for a later time, you know? I was at Circle K gas station earlier. I seen a guy that was riddled with track marks. I wanted to help him so bad, but I knew it would not be good. I do no good. I remember being that way. I wouldn't have let anyone. Right, Nicole? Can't dip even a toe in the swamp. The monster's going to get you. That's right, Caitlin. Exactly. But if you cut out people, you need to replace them with positive support so you don't isolate. That's true. I had to cut out many family and friends. Some days I may welcome them back, but not right now. And here's the thing, you guys, like with my sister, that's my sister, man. I love my sister, y'all. She's like my best friend. Me and my sister were like ride or die together, you know? But I'm telling you, I love her so much that I do not want to risk getting high. Okay, sorry. Y'all know those videos that I did about after prison show? Those videos are people comment on those videos. People do not like them. Oh, hold on, let me. It's so weird though. No matter where I go, those are the people I attract. I know what you mean, Laura. I know what you mean. Isn't it crazy? Like I think that we just when we see each other, it's like when an addict and an addict see each other, we're like, it's like we have this connection or something. Wow, that's genuinely enlightened me. I had never heard that before, and it's opened my eyes. Listen to me, Bozeman. I would never say this to you because I don't want you to have your family around. That's not my intentions. I love my sister, and I'm telling you, man, I separated myself and I told her, I'm living my life clean and I want you to be a part of my life. But if you don't get clean and sober, you can't be. If you don't get clean and sober, you can't see my son. And that's what it had to take. And I'm so glad that she turned her life around. And you know what? It had to be that way. And I look back on it now and I'm thankful and I'm grateful. But I know without a shadow of a doubt, if I had kept going around my sister when I first got sober, even into my third year of sobriety, I would have relapsed. I would have gotten high with her. Do you think your sister would come on your channel one day and tell her story? So, Holly, probably. I'm trying to get her to come on and do a live stream with me one day. She acts okay. So my sister is just like I am. She's very talkative, very loud, boisterous, outgoing. But for some reason, she gets very like nervous or something. I don't know if it's nervous or she's embarrassed or ashamed, but I think it's because she's ashamed, of her past, but maybe I can talk her into it. Now, she has came on and done an interview. Hold on, let me get it. She did an interview with me one day on my channel over the speakerphone about her bipolar because my sister's bipolar. And so I'll get that for you guys real fast, okay? Mm. I thought it was good too, Laura, but people get so upset. And I hope that nobody thinks that I wasn't trying to. I like Joe from After Prison Show. I think people take it the wrong way. Like they think that like I was trying to attack him or something. And I'm like, no, that's not what I was trying to do. Sean, that's how you found my channel? Good. And that's the thing, you guys. Let me explain something to you guys that maybe you don't know. When you're a smaller creator like me, if you can't get into the algorithm, one of the best ways to get your channel out there and get it known is by collaborating with other channels that are bigger than you and talking about talking or I don't like to say talking about it because I'm not gossiping. I'm like saying positive things about his channel and things that I think could help because he's dealing with addicts and felons. And what am I? I'm an addict and I'm a felon. So I wanted to kind of chime in and say, hey, I think that if you're going to keep on letting your friends work there that are addicts and felons, maybe you could do these things that would help, right? And that's all I was trying to say. And so many people got mad and said that Joe's not a counselor. It's not his job to babysit those men. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying is if you are paying people to work at your business and you want them to be safe, first of all, Joe needs to take out insurance on these dudes and make sure, like, he's making good money, y'all. He has over 1 million subscribers. If people think that he's not making good money, they got it twisted. Okay? Twisted. He could afford to put those guys and have them take drug tests and make sure that they are utilizing some kind of program to stay on the right track. Okay, that's all I was saying. I wasn't saying it in a bad way. I don't think you have a vindictive bone in your body. Joe could learn from you, and vice versa. That's what, and that's what all I was wanting to do, right, Caitlin? And so I was reaching out to him. I've messaged Joe several times, and I've commented on his videos, and he just doesn't respond. And so, like, I know that he sees my channel over here. I know he does. And so all I was trying to do was like help out a little bit. You guys, I would even be willing to like do little sessions with the guys. Like if they needed some support or some recovery coaching or something, I would even jump in and help out. They could come over here and join us on the Real Talk Recovery family, you know? So I was just trying to be helpful with the guys. That's all I was trying to do. It wasn't anything to do with him though. I mean, I don't know him. I don't have anything bad to say about him though. Oh, really, Sean? Well, and Danielle says, I wonder how Jellico is doing. Laura says she saw me on 2301. Let's talk about death real fast. I love death. I will always forever support Lockdown 2301 because Josh gave me a chance when nobody would. Okay. I had reached out to a lot of people to do videos with him, bigger creators than me, and everybody was so hard. I want you guys to understand something. It is so difficult to get a larger creator to work with you. At least it is for me. Every person that I've reached out to that is a lot bigger than me, if there's not if it's not something that will benefit their channel, then they have to really like you and be your friend to do it. There's not a lot of bigger creators that will just swoop down and pick you up and give you a collab with you. I'm telling you guys right now. I know, right? I listen, I would love to come on his channel and talk about recovery and share my experience and let him know, like, if there's people on his channel that need recovery support, come on over. I'll support them any way I can. And that's why I was so thankful and grateful to Josh because he gave me a chance to come on his channel. And I'm telling y'all, his wife had a lot to do with that. Brittany, shout out to Brittany. She really helped me a lot. She said, hey, why don't you come on my husband's channel? Because me and her we're going to do a video together. And we did the video, and Josh accidentally deleted it from the hard drive. And so I was so sad, and she was sad. This is when she still had her channel. And so months went by. She ended up having her baby. 9 months went by. And then she reached out to me and said, hey, let's do this. Come on my channel. And I was like, okay. And then she texted me back and she was like, no, let's have you on Josh's channel. And y'all, I lost my shit. I started crying. I started doing back handsprings all around my living room because to go on somebody's channel like that is exposure. It doesn't matter to me how many people come and subscribe. It's the point that people got to hear my story. People got to hear about me being on maintenance. People got to say, hey, I'm on maintenance. there's a girl on YouTube that's on maintenance that I can go and hang out with her, right? There's so many people that don't even know I'm here. And there's people that are, they need support. They need this community that we have here. And so by him giving me that chance, it opened me up to you, all of you guys that found me. All of you guys, most of you found me from that video. Yes. And so that was a big opportunity for me. That was huge for me, you guys. And so I will always be so grateful to him, and I will always support him because I see a good person. I see somebody that's trying to help other people who give him a hand up. You know, that's what I'm about on my channel. That's why I tell you guys, if you have a story and you want to come share it on my channel, let me know. I will give anybody a chance to share their story. It's not about how many people view your video. It's not about how many I listen, you guys, I don't get a lot of views on my videos. I go live for hours at a time. These videos are not for you to view, for a million people to view them. They're for the people that are in here right now and the people that like to come back and watch them and get the support for their sobriety. They're for the people who like to put it on their TV and listen to some recovery stuff in the background. They're for the people that are driving in their car that are like, oh, got to put on my Nicole playlist and get my recovery for the day. That's what I do my channel for. You know, I'm not like a YouTube whiz. I'm not somebody who's like very good at doing like professional videos or anything like that. I'm doing it because I want to help you guys. I want to help whoever I can help. Okay. And it helps me to help you. And so, little by little, one by one, we're growing. And that's all that matters. Yes. Do I want the channel to grow? Of course I do. I love seeing new people come on here. It gets me excited. I love seeing you guys, new people in the comment section that I get to know and I get to see and hear about your recovery. And I love it. PFlaw 317. I love that you came in and you just started texting and saying what you're going through and sharing and getting in the chat and actually participating, right? That is what I'm talking about. That is what makes this so much fun for me, is that I can interact with you guys. I can help. I can give suggestions. And like I was telling you guys before, like I know that I'm not the end all be all of recovery, but I'm not going to tell you something. I'm not going to suggest something to you that's dangerous. I am going to give you the best suggestion I can that will help you in your recovery. I promise you that. I will not point you in the wrong direction. All right. I take this really seriously where we talk about recovery. I will always help you with the best information I can. My mom is an addiction counselor and said something to me the other day that killed me. Our family dog got suddenly very sick and died. Oh, I'm so sorry, Simo. Everyone matters. What's up, Steven? Thanks, baby. Oh, hey, Tattooer 601. I was talking about Josh. Josh is the collab I did with Josh. Lockdown 23 and 1. Now, yes, Derek and I also did a video together. You know, I've known Derek for way longer than that video. Me and Derek go back 2 years now. I've known Derek. And so we actually collabed. We didn't collab. I didn't go on his channel, but 2 years ago, we both did these videos where we shouted out other recovery channels. And he put my channel on his, and I put his channel on mine. But I also did videos with Derek. I've also did videos with this guy named Shane, who has a really awesome channel. I've done videos with Jeff. I've done videos with Beyond Beat. Y'all, I have really done a Nate Dog 916, Tim Snow from Texas Prison Stories. We tried so hard to save him. Oh no, let me see. We tried so hard to save him, but couldn't. Mom said to me how grateful she is that she could rely on me. Aw, isn't that the best feeling, Simo? You're doing great, baby girl. Yoda voice. Oh, thank you, Mama Kenny. And so I'm always going to try and just give you the best suggestions I can. I just don't want you guys to think that sometimes I think that people come in here and they hear me like yelling and getting all pumped up, and they're like, why is she yelling and screaming? Why what is she so pumped up about? And it's just because I want to help. It's just because I like sharing with you guys what works for me. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes when I'm sharing that, I can get really, really emotional and like out just screaming and yelling about recovery. And so it means a lot to me to help you guys, and I'll do anything I can to help anyone. It doesn't matter what time it is, day or night. If you need help, just reach out to me. I'll help you guys any way I can. But I pretty much, just love doing what I do, and I love helping people, and it helps me to help you. So it really, really does. It makes a difference in my life to be able to be of service to you guys. And so, no matter what, I always want y'all to know that's what my number one priority is. My number one priority, Richard, where have you been? Hold on, y'all. Somebody's fixing to get scolded. Hi at last. Where have you been? Love you too, Caitlin. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Listen to me. Scolding folks, and then are you okay? I'm so sorry, man. I feel horrible. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have scolded you. I've been worried about you, man. Are you okay? What? Text me, okay? So I can know that you're okay. I'm so sorry, man. Hyatt Last's aunt died, y'all. So let's all keep her in our prayers, okay? You know who I was thinking about reaching out to and seeing if they wanted to do a video with us, you guys? So far, I'll tell y'all who I'll have reached. So I reached out to Frank from ATG Vlogs. I really like Frank a lot, y'all. And I just think that he's super humble and just real. I resonate with a certain kind of person, and I'm sure you guys will start to realize who those people are. I'm very much so. I when I watch somebody, I have to feel a connection with that person. Okay. Okay, Freya. Freya, call me, okay? If you want to see Dr. B, I'll get you set up with an appointment. Okay. I answer the phone for him. So just call that 1-800 number. Um, when I watch people, I have to feel what they're talking about. I have to hear, I have to be interested, I have to be drawn in. Do you understand what I'm saying? And sometimes when I watch people, I just don't feel that feeling. And so it takes a lot to impress me on YouTube. I like a good storyteller. I like somebody who's animated. I like somebody who is passionate. I like somebody who is strong in their convictions. And so that's what I look for when I look for somebody on YouTube that I want to work with. So the other day I was going through my like going through different people. I have to feel it, Danielle. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when I watch people, I don't have a good feeling. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like sometimes when I watch people, I have a feeling like this person is this person's not somebody that I feel, hey Esther, how you doing, girl? And so when I get that feeling and it's like not a good feeling, I kind of try to separate myself and just kind of like back up, back up. There's some people that I don't know how else to explain this, that sometimes I just don't feel like I just don't feel it. Um it's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that person's not a good person or they're not a good YouTuber. It just means that they're not somebody that I can particularly enjoy. You know what I mean? But that's why it's so amazing. Sometimes I find people that I find and I'm like, damn, they're the shit. You know what I mean? And so it's usually Sorry. Caitlin. Bozeman, you need make this your profession, girl. 1 minute you switched on a light in my brain. I would have never thought about it. I think I'll be more often from now. Hopefully lives too, but I'm from the UK. Bozeman, I'm so glad that you came in, man. You should collab with Big Sid. Roll call. Do you think he heard me? Maybe he'll come over. Sorry, guys. I'm back on. Can y'all see me? Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, I'm trying to find this damn video with my sister. Let's find this video before I let y'all go, okay? Okay. Yeah, Mama Kitty. Now you're getting with it, girl. Yes. He actually dumped me because he said I was cheating on him. Jerk. Okay. I had my sister on and it's in here. It was months ago. It was like, Lord. Oh, was he really? Lord, he's so crazy, y'all. You know what? I can't help but laugh at his videos. I still laugh at them. I still watch them. I just don't comment all the time because a lot of people, when I comment over there, they get upset. Oh, what's wrong, Holly? Are you wanting to join? What are you trying to do, baby girl? Are you trying to find the video with my sister? Because I'm trying to find it too. So don't worry. I'm going down the list of my videos right now. Okay. That's right. Well, he hasn't tried to call me, I don't think. Okay. It was like in December when I had her on, I think. It's a long time ago, y'all. Okay, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I really want you guys to see this video. Like I said, you guys, I will do. There it is. Got it. Here it is, you guys. This is the video with my sister. Addiction and bipolar disorder. Boom chakalaka laka. I'm sharing it. Copy. Now I'm going to get it and put it in the chat, okay? Hey, what is the Real Talk Recovery phone number? Hold on. Let me get it. It's right here, baby girl. I'm going to highlight it. There you go. It's that pink one right there on the screen. If I click on a link on your channel, it's not working. It won't take to that page, etc. Okay, hold on. Let me put this link in the chat, Holly, and tell me if you click on it if it works. Okay? Paste. All right. I just put the video link to my sister's video in the chat. Let me know if this one works. There you go. And then I'm also going to put it in my community tab, okay? And I will have her back on, you guys, so that way you guys can see her, because I'll get her to do it. She'll agree to it. I'll pay her if I have to. That's how she is. My sister's a hustler. I'll probably have to pay her to get her on my damn channel. Same with my dad. I called him the other day and I said, Dad, would you come on and be a guest on my channel? It didn't work for you? Okay, good. That's the video with my sister. Then I also have a video with my mom. I also have, I'll get that one too. Yeah. It worked? Okay, good deal. Did it work for you, Holly? Let me know. Furry mom. I thought it would show my mom's video. We had my mom on the other day and she shared, and it was so good, y'all. If you put that in the description box, it doesn't. Okay. Well, from now on, Holly, what I will do is I will link them in my comment section. I also, what other links do you need? Do you need any other links? Let me know and I'll post them right now. Okay. Now let's try to see if we can find my mama's video. Okay. It's way down in here, but it's up here. When did we have my mom on, y'all? We just had her on about a week ago, remember? Or was it 2 weeks ago? Let me see. Triggers. What are you going to do? Sean's story. Kaylee. We've had a lot of guests on the channel. So, oh, my ear is itching. Okay. Kyle from Sober Dogs. It was pretty awesome when Mom came on because she sat with us and she talked all about, she just talked. It was pretty cool, you guys. I think when I find it, I'll put it up for you guys. But the next video that we're going to do is we're going to have my mom and my dad on because I called my mom the other day and she said that she would come on, her and dad could come on and do a video with us. So wouldn't that be cool for you guys to finally meet my dad? I think that would be awesome. So anyways, it was, you guys, I will get those links and we will get them put together. I am going to let y'all go because y'all know I'll be going all night long over here. So I love you guys. You love it? Do you love it? I did it for you. I know. Holly, do you know my mom? Because I saw I think it was a comment from you where you said that me and my mom have the same laugh. Or were you watching a video where me and my mom were on the video together? He's upstairs with his daddy, Caitlin. Yeah, daddy's home right now. I'm stopped at a gas station. I have been listening while I was driving, but couldn't comment. I have been super isolated for 12 years. I cut everybody out of my life, so I do like listening to your vids. Hey, Julie. Julie, just text me, girl. Text me on the Real Talk Recovery phone number. And we have, you guys, listen, for those of you guys that don't want to join memberships or you just don't have the money to do it, we have the Discord. Now there's people in there. There's a bunch of people in there. It's just a lot of people aren't as active. But if you can get in there and start talking to everybody and get everybody to be active, then it'll be popping. Oh, yes. Oh, you heard her on the phone. Yes. Let's call. Y'all want to call my mom real fast? Come on. We'll call my mom real fast. Okay, hold on. We'll say, yo, mamacita. What's up? Okay. Call her. That's what we're going to do. We're going to call her. She's not going to answer me. I'm just playing. There she is. Hey, Mom.
Hey, baby, what's up?
Nothing. Everybody on the Real Talk Recovery family wanted to say hi to you.
Aww.
So say hi. They can hear you.
Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's staying home, staying safe, and staying sober.
We are, Mama. Yeah.
You,
we've been doing videos every day at 7, so we were just talking. Also, my friend Richard, his aunt passed away, so will you say a prayer for him?
Yes, I will. Lord, we come before you today, and we ask that you cover Richard's family, parents, nieces and nephews in prayer, and that you comfort them and pour the oil of sweet balm on their souls so that they will have peace and a comfort knowing that their aunt, mother, daughter, niece, whatever she was to each and every one of them, is in the arms of Jesus and at peace. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. We love you, Mom. We will see you. We want you to come back on the channel and share some stories with us next time you are free, okay?
All right, sweetheart.
Maybe you and Dad can come on at the same time.
I can't speak for your father, but I will ask him. Okay?
Okay, Mom. I love you.
I love you too, baby.
I'll see you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. I totally understand. I'll get the Discord link for you guys. Just so you know, I never want you guys to feel like you're not a part of my channel because you can't join something. Like, that's not at all what I'm about. I want you guys to know that I have other options, and I'm going to link my Discord right now. And we also have the Real Talk Recovery Facebook group. And it's just the same way as it is here on my channel. It's real_talk_recovery. But let me go ahead and link the Discord for you guys. And listen, my mom used to pray over me like that when I was in my addiction. I would come over and I would be high out of my mind. And my mom would pray over me and she was trying to deliver me from my addiction, and I remember I would go over there just to have her pray for me because I was just so sick, you guys. Like, this is the Nicole that I was always supposed to be. I was never supposed to be on drugs. I was never supposed to be like that. So it's like deep down in my heart, I knew that what I was doing was wrong and that I needed help. So I'm just so glad that I don't have to live like that anymore. But I'm going to let you guys go because y'all know how I am. I'll be on here all night long. But we're going to do a live. Tomorrow's Monday, so we're going to start the week out tomorrow together. Okay, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are going to start doing our studying. So how many of you guys are going to be ready for Saturday? Okay, we're doing tomorrow. We're going to start out in the Narcotics Anonymous basic text. So for those of you guys that are, maybe you don't have a lot of information about addiction, maybe you just want to learn more, we're going to be answering questions, just doing like a little study thing together. Okay, we're going to be doing a recovery from addiction big book study. So we're going to be reading through these books together and learning about the disease of addiction. And it's going to be a good time. So I love you guys. Have a very good night, and I will see y'all on the flip side tomorrow. Okay? Yes, dust your NA book off, girl, because we're going to get into it tomorrow. All right. Love y'all. Good night.